We're here at RTX 2017. I'm here with Greg Miller, kind of funny.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller. Let's first off talk about the new logo.
Okay.
I ran into you yesterday in the shirts.
Yes.
I was so excited. It looks great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you happy with it?
Oh, we're ecstatic with it.
I don't care about them. I'm talking to you.
Am I? Yes.
Do you like it? Good. Okay,
Love it.
Good. That's
Also
what I
got
like
a little
to
thing on the sleeve. You got
see. I
everything
know.
going.
You got the whole mic flags too.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you didn't have these last year, did you?
We did have them last year.
Did you? Same exact thing?
Yeah. I think so.
But
Last
the
year,
logo's the new part.
Yeah, the logo's new.
Okay. I've been
thank
drinking
you.
all day. How you doing?
This is Greg Miller.
Greg Miller. How many interviews have you done now? Because I was your first a long time ago.
How I've done by now?
Yeah.
15 maybe?
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Including all podcast ones, you've done probably 20, 25 interviews total.
Oh, good. I
Because my
sold
thing
myself.
back in the day was that was an
Yes.
RTX, and I remember watching that interview because I cried during it, where I wore shorts. And it's rare for me to wear the shorts. But here I am again on camera in shorts.
I think we even talked about the shorts.
We did probably then, too, but now I'm wearing the pineapple ones.
All
My
right,
mom
show
doesn't
'em
like
off.
these. I was behind a table for our panel, so nobody would have seen the shorts. But now they're wearing shorts, so it's shorts. Oh, phone fell in the thing.
Glad you made a transition.
No problem. That's what I do.
So, God, it's been a year.
Yeah. What's new?
That's the thing. What's new with you?
Oh, what isn't new?
So many things happen. I mean, just 2017 alone.
Right? It's been a hell of a year, and it's only 6 months in. I'm like, oh, God.
I'm not counting the years leading back from the old RTX as well. But God, first of all, like a company had a restructure.
Yeah?
I'm trying to think, like, how much has that affected y'all? Like, how many, like, how far did y'all plan ahead that you had to change?
Sure. I mean, so Colin leaving was a big deal, obviously.
Yeah.
One of the founders leaving, my partner forever leaving. And it was that thing that, you know, whenever I describe it as an adult breakup.
Yeah.
Where we're not right for each other, and that sucks, but it's okay. And
Very
that's-
public adult breakup.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, I've been living in public way too long.
Yes.
But if you do your thing and we'll do ours. And so it was that, once that happened, it was, well, what is kind of funny? And what do we, Nick, Tim, and I, want kind of funny to be? Because we have to set that agenda and that course. And so I want to say, I mean, you know, to what we talked about in the Game Over Greg show with Colin,
Yes,
too. Like,
absolutely.
I think we knew the course, and we knew what we were doing. And, you know, Colin was like, that's not what I want to do, so I want to move on. It's like, okay. And so we knew that, but the problem was then enacting that and launching that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the thing we struggled with in 2017, where, it was March, right? Right, yeah, March, where Colin leaves. And you figure it's not until June, at Kind of Funny Live 3, that we're like, here's what we're doing, here's who we are. And it's a little bit of both in terms of, I don't think it was a mistake, but it's also that we knew what we were getting into. It was batten down the hatches. We're gonna go through a storm here, and there's nothing we can do but bite down and get through it. Because if you make any announcements too soon, all right, clearly you're replacing this person with Colin, or you're replacing Colin with this person. This is a knee-jerk reaction, blah blah blah. So we needed to sit on everything we wanted to do immediately and wait and see if that was the right thing. But you get to Kind of Funny Live 3, and we announce, you know, Kind of Funny Games Daily. We announce what's happening at the Gamescast restructuring. We announce all these different. We announce that we're getting back to, hey, we're doing seasonal shows of Doodles, Cooking with Greggy, what'll come in the future, stuff like that. Like, I feel like we're the strongest we've ever been, and I feel like we're in the best place we've ever been. And that's not because Colin's gone; it's because of what Colin built with us. And that's just the trajectory of Kind of Funny. And I feel like him leaving, you know, it's I think on some level, I think we all expected at some point. You know what I mean, including him. I think when you talk to him about it, and
It seemed like after that interview, or when he was on Joel Rubin, his kid, like, there's just a different air about him.
Oh, it's like what I said. It's what I said in that thing. As soon as he came back and he's like, "That's the most fun I've ever had," I'm like, "Uh-oh, we're gonna lose you a lot sooner than I thought." Because, like, you know, for me, the most fun I've ever had, the Kind of Funny panel we just had.
Oh yeah.
Because everything we do, I feel, is awesome and great and amazing, and I love fucking around with the audience and Nick and Tim and Andy and Kevin at work and Cool Greg. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these different things. So it's like, clearly there was different trajectories there. And so we're in this really interesting spot where I feel like we went, you know, I don't know if you caught this the other day.
Okay.
I talked about it on it was in the town hall meeting, I think, or whatever. But I talked about this, you know, crazy Uber ride I had, where it was in the middle of all this, and things were looked down. It was a down day. And this Uber driver, like, did the normal thing of, like, you know, hey, well, you know, where you're going over there, what do you do? I'm like, you know, I'm in video games. He's like, oh, like, my son, goes the Evo thing and plays an Evo, and he came in like whatever place. I'm like, oh, that's really cool, whatever. And I expected it to go that way. Instead, he starts talking about business and what it's like to run a business and all this different stuff. And he's talking about there's 3 stages to business, like there's 3 stages to a relationship. And he goes that there's forming, there's storming, and there's performing. And I'm like, all right. Some kind of Tony Robbins thing, whatever. And like the guy's fun though, but I don't talk to my anybody who drives me in any rideshare usually. But I'm like, all right, I'll engage with this. And he's like, forming is when you and a girl, you and your partners get together and everything's awesome and it's amazing and it's great. And he goes storming, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, storming the castle. We're running in, we're doing all this different stuff. We're attacking on all fronts. And he's like, storming is when things go wrong. He's like, you have that first big fight, somebody leaves your company. That happened, and I'm like, we're storming right now, and like from that moment on, we're looking at each other in the rearview mirror, and like it's one of those weird moments where it was like, boom, like we were in this thing together, where I was like, this guy's sent from somewhere to tell me exactly what I need to hear right now, and he's like, performing is when you come out of the storm, and you've learned from it, and you've made checklists, and you know what to do, and you know how to tell people things, and you know how to direct things. And it was one of those things that he said all this while we were in the storm, and then to get to Kind of Funny Live 3 and announce all these shows and start performing with them and seeing the reaction to Kind of Funny Games Daily and the reaction to Gamescast and the reaction to Doodles and the reaction to Party Mode. It's like, wow, like it touches me in so many different ways, and the fact that that's what I needed to hear, and this guy was sent from somewhere to tell me all these different things.
I was about to say, that happened in such a quick time. How much did y'all have to change?
I mean, we had to change drastically, right? I mean, that's the whole point of it. Like, and that's what the power of Kind of Funny / YouTube creators is, or podcasters is, the fact that, I remember at IGN trying to change things or do something or launch up at noon. Like, there was like 2-3 months before we launched up at noon where we were in meetings talking about doing these different things. And this one was like, all right, Colin's gone, so we're going to move to this structure of we'll have guests on, and we'll do this, and we'll do that. And it was like, all right, that's great, but what is the long-term strategy? And that's when Tim and I started sitting down and what do we want Kind of Funny to be? And that's where we were including Nick on that. But like in terms of actual programming on the game side and how that goes. And so it just came down to, I think, finally, it's like I said earlier, right? Like, I think we're the best we've ever been. And I don't think that's in spite of Colin. I think that's because of what he built with us. But I think it was definitely the kick in the ass of like, we knew Gamescast was broken for a long time. Yeah. Right? Of like, well, fuck, we're putting up this shit. And it's like, if you don't know, right? Like the old schedule was like, we'd record it on a Wednesday. It would go live on Patreon on Friday, topic by topic the next week. So let's say you're watching on YouTube, you get it on Thursday. That's a week and a day old. Like, of course that's stale content, but we didn't.
I know you try to like do the topics where it felt like it doesn't have to be relevant, but
but it still was like it was, right? Where even when it wasn't trying to be relevant on a newsy show, it came down to being those things. So it was this struggle of how do you balance and what do you do with it. And I think we knew that was the problem, but this is how we set up the Patreons. This is how it is. This is what Kind of Funny is. We'll keep working on it as we go that way. So to have the switch flipped of like, well, now Kind of Funny is drastically changing. What do we want to do? What do you want it to look like? How do you want this to work? There was something to that. And I think, the reaction to Games Daily shows that. That there was a market for, hey, let's do PS I Love You every day, but let's have it be different, and let's have it be this, have different hosts.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, too, God, y'all have jumped in numbers recently as well. Again, within the year. So, going from, 3 to, like, where are we at now? Because not only do you have
employees,
yes,
we have 7 full-time employees now. We just announced Joey Noel, of course. What up, Joey? Full-time community manager. That's what I like to see. We're 7 full-time, and then you have Andrea and Danny doing contract work outside of Dagan and a bunch of other animation studios working on Kind of Funny animated series. Outside of random graphic people we use for different stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Have y'all really that sunk in yet? It's like, wow, we're looking around the office. It's just not us anymore.
Yeah. No, 100%, and that's what I talk about. And the fact that for me it was my biggest regret about Colin leaving is that Colin left right before Andy came. And when we got Andy in, Cool Greg was already working with us. Yeah. And we already knew his role. We announced it Kind of Funny Live 3. And then after Andy got there, Joey came up when she was still part-time and worked in the office for, a week or whatever. And there was a day where I came in and shut the door to the office, and I walked in, and they were, it's Cool Greg, and it's Joey, and it's Andy, and it's Kevin, all in the front room arguing about something. And I went into the back room and shut the door, and I was just like, to Tim and Nick, I was like, fuck. Like, we suddenly have a culture. We suddenly have people's lives. That was the big thing about Andy, even, right? Like Andy, we had known we were hiring since January, but weren't ready to announce, and so he doesn't start until a week and a half, 2 weeks after Colin left.
Yeah,
and it was that thing of like, by the time when we finally were like, all right, cool, Colin's going, everything's cool, this is what it's going to be, Andy's coming out here. It was like, oh, a human being is uprooting their life in Austin and their family in Texas to come to San Francisco because he believes in this dream the way we believe in this dream. And that was one of those things of like, oh, fuck.
So the way
he's doing what I did for IGN, but he's doing it for this thing. Because, like, Kevin, of course, has been with us forever. Cool Greg, okay, cool. He's in the area at the time. Joey's part-time, so whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, it wasn't like people's lives depended on us outside of our own. Yeah. And so to bring in Andy and do that and then have all of a sudden walk in and be like, it's so weird to leave one part of the office and come in and like, oh, you guys are going to the movies, or you guys are saying this, or you guys are having this argument. You're going to stream on your own while we go to RTX, or when we went to RTX and when I was in Missouri. It's like, fuck, like this is a real thing suddenly. And like that's awesome and that's amazing, and it's changed the tenor of what we do, and it's changed who we are, I think, and what we actually, view ourselves as.
I'll say it, and a bit of a weight too. It is like now y'all are responsible for these people.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, totally. Before I was like, hey, if it fails, whatever. I can go back to IGN. I can do whatever I want. I'll go to Missouri. I'll work at CJ. It's no big deal.
Let's go. We got the money going. It's fine.
Oh my God, fuck, Andy's out here. I got to take care of Andy.
I got to pay Andy. You got to give him insurance.
And he's
Same
so
thing,
good
Joey.
looking.
But oh man, let's talk about relationships as well. So
Sure.
something else big happened. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know about it.
I haven't talked much about it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
To the point that this is the joke. But y'all got married.
I got married. Yeah. Genevieve Saint-Onge Miller.
Love of your life.
Yep, love of my life.
And
I love her so much.
I'm getting emotional.
She's over there eating Doritos, laughing at us.
Aw. So, what is it like having that public of a relationship? What kind of weight does that put on you two?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean,
it's just how it is.
Stick with me. Yeah, it's the fact that I still remember Game Scoop 30 to probably well into the hundreds, if not 200s, of Damon and I leaving that room every day of podcasting and be like, man, that was great. Wouldn't it be awesome if that's all we did? You know what I mean? And at some point, I went through the looking glass where it became, that's all I do. You know what I mean? And like everybody knows everything about me. And I tell you the same fucking stories all the time, but people don't hear them because they don't listen to the show. You know what I mean? It's like this weird thing of like, I don't know what kind of stress that puts on us. I think it's this awesome thing that we both understand and respect it and celebrate it and, understand the weight of it. You know what I mean? I think it's different for her, of course, not having been that public of a persona before, but now having people at RTX coming up and congratulating her, giving her wedding gifts, talking these different things. But for me, that's just how the life's been forever. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to go back to remembering what it was like to use Twitter and not have everyone wanting to know about Porty or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what my life is, which is awesome and weird, but so normal now for me. Of like, I share everything with everybody because that's who I am.
Yes. All right. Well, actually, speaking of that, we got you something for the couple. Got you a nice little scented candle.
Oh, it's got the logo on it.
Yep.
Babe, we got a candle.
So your most intimate moment, you could think about us.
I will. It'll be one of those things where I'll light them, and if it's going to be sexy time, turn the logo away from us. You know what I mean? Because I don't need to think about this, or you guys want to do it.
But why not?
Yeah, exactly. I guess there's. And
apparently, it's actually an unreleased scent. Still.
Unreleased scent? Where'd it come from?
Raspberry and cream. Ryan, our associate producer, works for a candle company. So.
Very nice. Why'd you make eye contact with me? I was like, I didn't think your name was Ryan, but you were looking right at me.
Oh no, that one would be Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Good job. This is a good one. Oh, the Blues Brothers tattoo guy.
Oh yeah. And that's what it's going to be known as.
I like it a lot. Right, Jen? Yeah? Later. Yeah.
There you go. All right, and I believe that's all we got for you right now.
Well, hold on. How's it going with you guys? Are you guys
how's it go with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing great. As far as the company's going, we're growing.
Good.
Giving some notice. Didn't expect to be here, but we are.
Oh, good. Okay. That's all you can ask for.
Yep, and trying to move forward is the biggest thing. Got some new people tagging on. We got some new people with us over actually here right now. Working with Super Blake as well.
Well, and actually,
Josh probably can fill this in much.
Well, I was going to say we're actually filming a pilot of a new show.
No shit, really?
So, like an actual, because we were switching over from journalistic stuff to more entertainment based.
Nice.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so just testing stuff out. So we're going to be recording a pilot tonight after getting really hammered at a party. So
that is how you do it. That is how you make pilots.
So that's the exclusive. Is hey, it's going to involve alcohol.
Yes, not saying anything else yet.
Cool. All right, good. Entertainment and alcohol. What
Yeah.
could go wrong?
And that's also after we launched a new show about talking about our social anxiety and our mental. It's a mental health breakdown.
Mental health breakdown.
I almost forgot. It's just social anxiety. Is what we
Wait,
talked
the
about last
show's
time.
called The Mental Health Breakdown?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just where we all kind of have our own problems, and we're up there
Who
discussing
does
about
it? Yeah.
I figured
For a second, I did think you were going to say Social Security. You said, but it's
God,
social
that'd be
anxiety. I was like,
weird.
I thought that
show.
was it would be a weird show, but hey, why not?
If you're worried about
there's
Social Security.
5 p.m. Fridays, Pacific time. Twitch.tv/Constantly Calibrating.
He knows how to plug stuff. That's what I like to see.
My company, of course.
Of course you do. I know.
I used to be the plug guy, but I didn't know how to take his back seat or something like that. Backseat life, it happens. But I got nothing else.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Constantly Calibrating, and it's been our pleasure to serve you.
There you go. Fucking.
Bid you a good sign off.